Superman is ass. Superman is ass.
Alright, Superman 2025 was stupid. It was dumb. It was corny. It was cheesy. It was goofy. It was campy. And it was one big old piece of trash.
Superman is ass. Absolutely good. Absolutely good. Hey, you get it? Like, oh. I'm not gonna lie to you, I did not enjoy my experience watching this movie. And hear me out, at the end of this video, I'm always gonna keep it real with you and tell you my true and honest opinion. So stay tuned for the end so you can hear exactly why I didn't enjoy this movie. But let's review this super shit. Like, comment, sub if you fuck with Shkemele. If you don't fuck with me, don't sub. We do not want you here. Alright. Shkemele gang, run it up in the comments. Thank you. Can I get 5 Shkemeles and 5 Shkemele likes in this video? Spoiler alert ahead. The Superman movie was the most literal comic book movie ever. This movie just throws everything at you, no holding back, which I like a lot. But I can easily see how being random and crazy, just like the comics, can throw people off, specifically old heads. Like, imagine your mom trying to understand this movie. She's gonna be seeing like a big old little like gecko giant thing, and then she's gonna see robots, and then she's gonna be seeing Superman screaming at Lois, and then he's gonna see Lex Luthor bald ass and monkeys. Like, your mom's gonna be like, what? This movie is silly, campy, just like a comic books. It's literally a comic book movie. I see people complaining about it not being gritty enough, not being serious enough, being like too silly. But the thing is that people need to realize this is a fictional ass movie in a fictional ass comic book world. We're in about this silly ass character with these silly ass powers. Of course, it's gonna be campy and corny and silly. It's a dude in trunks. It's Superman, bro. Batman is goofy. Everything has its place, you know what I mean? But people just want it to be dark and sad and gritty. But then once they get this dark and sad and gritty, they're still gonna complain that it isn't good enough. Like y'all did when the Snyder movies were coming out. No one liked those when it came out. Everyone was complaining about how dark and gritty it was. Now people want that back? Like, bro, y'all didn't even support it back then. This movie starts in Antarctica with Superman's origin being sped up from the beginning, which I actually don't like. I understand people don't want to retell Superman's origin story, but I feel like people don't really know his story anymore. I know he has the same origin story as Goku. They could have just shown like a 30-second clip of a baby in a pod crash landing into a cornfield or something. Like, and then did a quick time lapse just to recap everyone. But that's honestly just me nitpicking. But this will be a common theme. This movie feels like a second movie. This movie feels like Superman number 2, and I didn't watch Superman number 1. But this movie throws you into the middle of the DC universe instantly, saying Superman just lost his first fight and he's knocked out just like Yamcha.
Damn!
And imagine this being the first time you took an L in your life. This must have been really humbling for Superman at his grown-ass age. They introduced his dog Cheekies, and Cheekies was super cool in this movie. I thought he was gonna be like a lame ass character. Just a character to be like, aw, look how cute Cheekies is. But nah, Super Dog was cool. And they used Super Dog the perfect amount, honestly. We get introduced to a bunch of Superman lore right after, just dumped on us by these robots. And these robots are cool. And honestly, I think I like every single character in this movie, but it goes so fast paced in this movie. It starts off with the kaiju fight. Superman saves people. In the kaiju fight, Superman saves a bunch of people. He's saving like dogs. He's saving old people. He even saved a squirrel. And I loved seeing this from this Superman. Like, I never experienced Superman on the big screen, so this is really cool seeing what he truly is. He's like just a nice guy, and I fuck with that. And also in this fight, we get introduced to the Justice Gang, and they were really cool. It had Guy Gardner in it, Mr. Terrific, and Hawk Girl. And I honestly didn't think I was gonna like any of these people besides Mr. Terrific. I already knew I was gonna like him just from seeing his art. I knew James Gunn would kill his character, like, in a good way. But Guy Gardner was surprisingly cool. He was an asshole, but he was funny. I enjoyed seeing him and I want to see more of him. And his powers were sick. He was beating up people by making a giant middle finger. Like, that's crazy. That was cool. Mr. Terrific was smart. He had this really cool sequence where, like, the silly music was
when we were all at school?
Remember when we used to
We were
be
all
silly? And he starts killing everyone. Lois Lane is really scared. Anytime he was on screen, he carried, honestly. I loved seeing his character.
You brought that dog, man!
Hawk Girl was strong and ruthless. The only time we got to see her in like full action, she kills someone. It was actually cool. It was a cool sequence. It showed the camera like dropping it, falling. The guy was falling with the camera. But I don't think we got to see enough of Hawk Girl. And it's because this movie doesn't have that much time. And it's a 2-hour movie, but there's so much going on in the movie. It goes so fast paced that some characters really show up for like 2 seconds. This movie goes into a lot of little Superman mini quests. It honestly feels all over the place. It's honestly just Superman learning how to become a better Superman and why he does Superman things, why he saves people. He finds out his parents are actually evil through Lex Luthor hacking. I thought it was fake, but they're actually evil, and that's cool. I want to see a General Zod versus this Superman for the second movie. I think that would be awesome. And the third movie, they could do like a correct Doomsday. Imagine James Gunn doing like a comic accurate Doomsday fight in the city in the daytime where we can actually see shit. I love that most of this movie is in the daytime too, because we can see all the action. And all the action scenes were cool. It honestly had good CGI. There wasn't any moment where I was like, whoa, that looks really, really bad, which I'm not used to. This movie looked good pretty like all around. Yeah, you can tell there's CGI, but like, come on, you gotta trick your brain a little to just say, oh yeah, that actually happened. And it makes the movie way better. Yeah, this movie was really beautiful. We didn't get to see Clark Kent though that much. I don't feel like we got to see enough of Clark Kent. This feels like the Batman movie. We didn't even get to see that much Bruce Wayne in that movie. And I like seeing both sides of the character. Lex Luthor was insane, the biggest hater ever. And he was really ruthless and actually evil. Like, I wanted this guy to lose. But I still want to see more of him. I hope he returns for future projects. But he carries this movie. He kills this one guy that Superman saves. No, the guy from the trailer! And it's fucked up. He shoots him right in the face, right in front of Superman, and he doesn't give a fuck. And then he like throws shit at his girlfriend, and he's like pushing her around, and he even trapped and like enslaved his ex-girlfriend for not listening to him. It was crazy. But I wish the ending was more satisfying when he gets captured, or when Superman finally confronts him and he just gets thrown around by Crypto. Like, comment, and Shkemele. You know, guys, I always keep it real with you on this channel. Shkemele to Shkemele. All of that, what you just heard, was day one right after I watched the Superman movie. It's been a couple of days, it's been a couple of weeks. My thoughts have slightly changed about the movie. I finally rewatched it on TikTok Live, and this movie's really good. I enjoyed it a lot, and this movie made me like Superman. It just feels really rushed. My only real issue with the movie is I didn't get to spend more time with these characters. The only issue with this movie is there isn't enough of this movie. I want more, but eventually we'll get to see more. You know, because this universe is gonna get sequels. I want to see more of everyone. I give this movie 8 out of 10. Now, like I said, I keep it real with you guys. In the beginning of this video, I said I did not enjoy my watching experience. And here's why. Something that sets me apart from other YouTubers' movie reviews, I put my theater experience in the movie review. There was these
Fucking annoying ass teenagers sitting right behind me and my beautiful non-binary thick Latina girlfriend. And they were talking and talking and talking! And you know, it annoyed me and it annoyed my beautiful wife.
And you guys will not believe what happens next. It's like 10 teenagers right behind us. These motherfuckers throw a chicken wing and it lands in my popcorn. I air that bitch out. Superman 0 out of 10. Shkemele.